It's always been there, a poem about racism. It's always been there, it happens every day, in the playground, at work, and on TV. A throbbing pain rising now and again. We all have our differences, but we are all the same. So why should some of us suffer, while some of us watch and laugh? Does it have to be like this? Does it have to hurt? Do we have to ignore the colour of history, and everything that makes us who we are?
Gone are the days. Gone are the days I conform to your norms. I enjoy your stares, glances, and shouting. Gone are the days I sit to be belittled. I enjoy your coffee breaths, frustration, and anger. Gone are the days I rub away my individuality. I enjoy your ignorance and chisel away at my own temple. My own thoughts, my own opinions, my own being. Gone are the days I fear for if I step out of line. Gone are the days I drill a smile on my face. Gone are the days I rub away my individuality. Gone are the days.
Home. Home is where I live. Home is where I make memories. And home is where I sleep at the end of each day. And this place is my home. If I eat and sleep here, why then can I not call it my home? Why then do others tell me that this is not my home? They tell me that I have another home, that I myself don't know, that my parents' home, that's the only home I can have. I will come back to this place later, and I will think about how I was homeless in this home of mine.
Not the Indian you had in mind. Believe me when I say this, I'm not the Indian you had in mind, the one you think is so easy to find. Don't think he's trying to hide. He's not. He doesn't exist. Please hear me out. I insist. You think his life is plain and simple. I think it's unpredictable and adventurous. You think of Slumdog Millionaire. I think of poverty-stricken. You think he can't do the things you can. Who lied to you, man? The insults, the lies, spreading those won't be wise. History doesn't exist if nothing but the truth dies. The hate we felt, the pain we suffered, just because of our different shade of colour. Believe me when I say this, I'm not the Indian you had in mind.
Oral history interview of a local parish priest. What's it like being a person of colour living in Sutton? Sutton is very different from the ethnically diverse place that I was working in before. Sutton is quite different, but the majority of the people in my parish are friendly and ready to help and willing to work with me. People have called and checked on my well-being throughout the lockdown. Sutton is a quiet community of observant people, many who are willing to help. Of course, there are a few occasions, but it's normal because I am from the BAME community and certain people look down on us before they give us a chance. I went to Sainsbury's and I was looking for my favourite cornflakes, and I noticed the attendant kept on following me around. I of course knew why, due to old experiences. The way they follow me, I know that I am being monitored. It hurts, or does it? I stopped and asked, "Yes, how can I help you? Why are you following me?" That is the kind of thing a person like me.
Like me. Like me. Like me.
Like me.
Like me.
Like me.
Like me.
One who looks like me would experience. It's not strange. It's not new. Some people are not ready to change. They are dark in their thoughts. You get it from people who you do not expect it from people who you think ought to know. Apart from that, it's been wonderful. It's been great. What do you do? Basically, you don't do anything because I don't want to act negatively. For me, this might be a moment of teaching. If I can educate the person, I educate. If not, I walk away. I don't want to respond negatively. I will be considered as being negative or violent all of a sudden. The one being victimized becomes the one to be attacked, maligned. No one wants to hear the story if I reacted negatively. I always learn to walk away. That's it. I love to work for the people in the community, trying to do better than yesterday. It's always about the people, not about me. A friendship is about picking the good about others, not about yourself. I learned to ignore. It's difficult to change a community. It's very important to make changes only after being observant. But I changed myself to make myself feel at home, and to make the people who visit me feel welcomed and cared for. Whatever be the colour, blue, green or yellow, we need each other. It's a team effort. We need to support each other. We need to change ourselves and create a community based on love. If anyone were to organise workshops or talks, I would love to be an instrument of love. We have to accept the fact that there will be people who look down on us. I would tell my community that we have to work extra hard, sacrifice time and leisure to be better than the white community. I am a priest, but I am a black priest. If I was a white priest, of course the reactions would have been different. If someone were to slap a white priest, it would be a light slap, but for me, they would stretch their hands a bit further. Giving communion to the ones who hate me, who antagonize me privately, is the time I tell myself to ignore their hate. In my heart, it's difficult, but it's a better choice. It's hard. I hold myself in silence, and when I am before the Lord, in the presence of the Most High, that's when I will cry and shout. It's between the Lord and I. He created me in this image. If I do anything, I am simply dehumanizing the Creator, and not many people see it that way. It's not possible for racism to disappear. Maybe in a different world. Yeah, let's try to keep doing what we do. There should be more of businesses that reflects our culture. It would be nice to be welcomed.
Think. Thoughts turn to things. When you think I am aggressive, I am. Passion, for me, equals anger, which equals black. For her, it equals confidence, which equals white. One's white, one's black. What's the difference? Everything. To you, I am brave, unbreakable, the scapegoat, when really I am scared and resilient and honourable. To you, she is chatty, bubbly and anxious, and she is chatty, bubbly and anxious. One's white, one's black. What's the difference? Everything. To you, I cannot achieve, and I must settle with the ordinary, when really I can and must and want to. When she wants to, she can and must and will, because the system was built for her to later on rebuild. Rebuild, revive, resuscitate, the same way racism transforms and mutates. One's white, one's black. What's the difference? Everything. Everything or nothing. We are all the same. The same blood runs through our veins, the way we talk, the way we walk. In every way, we are still the same. If everyone had this view, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I am not intimidating. You are intimidated. There's a difference. I am not mean or aggressive. I am honest and assertive. I do not make you uncomfortable. Racism does. There is no difference between me and her. If you believe there is, you are the racist. You are the problem. Think.
I am not. I am not a sight, or a colour, or a pattern on a dress. I am not the flavours of my cuisine, or the flavours of my accent. I am my own words and my own ambitions, my own desires and my own actions. I am not my brother, nor my mum, nor my dad. I am not my culture, nor my community, not my past self, not my future self. But they're easily tainted, very present in the present self. Tainted by my family's collective thought. Tainted by my community's suggestions of the only path my life could be. Tainted by my culture's tradition that should run fresh in my veins, or else I'm a disappointment. But I am tainted by myself too, and that I cannot lie. Tainted by my past that I thought I had surpassed, and my future that I am not yet arrived at. All to make me the me I am right now. All to make me the me I will become even just now. And all to make me the me I don't even know yet. The me I might never become.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. I look into the mirror and ask, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the smartest of them all? Who can solve any problem, big or small? Keep on climbing, no height too tall. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the kindest of them all? always calm and never mad, always happy and never sad. They hope one day the answer will be me. I tell them, I can't keep climbing and never fall. I can't keep smiling and never cry. But I'm proud to be me. And when I look in the mirror, that's all I want to see.
The odd one out. During my younger years, I never thought, but I think now, about that time in the playground, picking hands for a guessing game. Waiting. It would be my hand next, my hand after, my hand then, my hand last. But it wasn't picked, it was never picked, and I wondered why. Why was I the odd one out? About that time in the play when we auditioned for the role, the coveted role of the lead, and I was picked. But with great surprise, for a role I didn't even audition for, the role of a brown princess. And I never wondered why I was singly chosen so easily for the brown princess, but so easily dissociated from the lead. Why was I the odd one out? About that time at lunch, when we all fed ourselves with food, but apparently mine was too different. It smelled a bit funny. It looked a bit too colourful compared to their tuna sandwich. And now I never wondered why only my lunch was commented on. Why was I the odd one out? And then I thought, and all I saw was a colour that seemed to answer my repeated question. And it was a colour that was too different from their normal. And it was a colour that happened to be brown.
Forever be me. London raised me to be the perfect little girl who watches Love Island or I'm a Celebrity. I am well spoken and always will be. My grammar is perfected to what it needs to be. People expect me to have an odd accent or to push myself to sound black. I've always taught myself to watch my back, to stick up for myself. To have enough black friends, so if I get attacked, at least I have people to help defend us. If I get called the racial slur that's had us in their headlock for so many years. Even though the English have always been the invaders, but I'm the loud, aggressive, scary one. I never fit in. When I was a little girl, I was exposed to the social medias of the world. YouTube was full of my idols. But there was one problem. They were all white and American. I used to pray to God to have the whitest features. I wanted pin, straight, blonde hair, with beautiful button nose, bright blue eyes, freckles. Now I realise what a bad habit it was. I come from an amazing Zim tribe, and I am a gracious South African girl, with my 4C hair coiled to its fullest potential, my lips full, gorgeous, deep dark chocolate eyes. My brown skin or even dark skin. I could talk about this forever. England is my home and always will be, with the royal family on the telly or in the newspaper, and EastEnders with its catchy well-known intro, or Hollyoaks, oh the classics. And yes, of course, I know them all. But this is me, the mix of being an African girl born in England. I'll wait for my British television show to come back up next year, but for now I'll sip on my hot cuppa with 2 sugars in my bonnet that tells my story with the gracious designs. But don't forget that London's raised me, so I know all about its nooks and crannies. Remember that, I will forever be me.
I have a dream. I have a dream. A dream that will one day become a reality. A dream that is mine and mine alone. A dream that will one day save lives. Responding to the desperate cries for help. To be someone in a time of need. A person who is fit to lead. A person who is kind, caring and just. A person who isn't there just for the money and never makes a fuss. I want to be that somebody, someone everyone can trust. It's a need. No, it's a must. To be able to see someone smile, knowing that it will last for quite a while. My story hasn't even begun, my friend. How could it possibly end?
Okay.
Why?